If you have been seeking for years, and every time you feel like you're so close, there's something that keeps pulling you back. There may be something hidden that you don't see, and it's right in front of your nose. But the pattern continues, seeking for the next teacher, next book, next seminar, next retreat carries on. And if you look 10 years into the future, if you carry on like that, how would your life be? But what if I told you that this hidden tendency, a childhood pattern, can be seen right now? That there is something that you can give to yourself. And right by the end of this video, you can ask one question and see what that reveals for you. There is something that your mind does not want you to recognize, because when you do, everything changes and the seeking is over. As I talk to so many people, to so many seekers from all over the world for so many years, there are patterns. There are things that are in common. And I want to address today one specific thing, which is not very much talked about. And it may sound a little bit unusual, but it's the permission. Even if when I say word permission, it's like, what is that? It's the permission to end seeking, to enjoy your life, to be free, to end the search, to stop looking for something that is not out there and start seeing what is here. And that may sound a little bit like, huh? But look at that. When we were kids, little kids, we want a candy. Mom says, yeah, you can have a candy. Or no, you cannot. Or we want a little toy. And Dad says, no, you cannot have it. Or yes, you can have it. It's kind of ingrained, that need for permission from very early days. And we forget about it. We don't ask moms and dads permission for a candy anymore. But deeply inside, there is a place that is still waiting for permission to be happy. And I find that quite often, actually, that here's the red pill. Would you take it? Would you say, okay, enough of seeking. You can live your life and be happy. But then there is this fear that arises suddenly that says, but what about my parents? Wouldn't that mean that I leave them behind? Or wouldn't that mean that somehow they are forgotten? I cannot be happy because they cannot be happy. So this is some kind of weird phenomena, but it's real, it's true, it's happening. You can check for yourself. If I ask that question, can you enjoy your life? Can you be free? Can you have fun? Is it like a big massive yes, or there is, I cannot have it. I'm not allowed. There's something in there that is simply not wanting that because it means leaving something behind. I invite to give yourself permission and see what happens. And it's something that is so simple, overlooked, but it's just so powerful at the same time. So you can just ask yourself in this moment, do I need a permission to be happy? Do I need anyone's permission to enjoy my life? Just for yourself. Just so you know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But at least you know. Because a lot of times people enter this seeking or the quest for awakening to find the happy ever after. The problem with seeking is that it never ends. It's not designed to end. It's not meant to end because what if you can be really happy? What then? What if you can be really happy right now? That you can just put all that seeking, all these books on the side and enjoy and have a cup of tea and not think about what is the self, no self. What's this awakening somewhere? Why is it not happening to me? Just drinking tea. So I want to hear from you guys now. Does that make sense? Is there something in you that, permission? Can I give it to myself? Because nobody else is going to come and give you that permission. You don't need my permission, or your mom's or dad's or anyone else's permission. It's kind of giving that permission to yourself if it's needed. And just in case it's needed. Just in case it's unconscious and you don't even know it's needed. You can just say, okay, I give permission to myself to enjoy my life, be happy, have fun, enjoy freedom, give myself permission to end the endless seeking.
And I say that, when we had the session earlier this week, and I was talking about a grey black shadow that came up once I was asked, that it was protecting me.
Mm-hmm.
And that automatically linked straight away to the idea of permission, because at first I thought, permission, who is releasing, who is letting go, what is the thing that is doing this or being this? That's a deeper question, I suppose. But as far as because I've just lost my mother about 3 months ago, I said to you that she would want me to take this opportunity to progress spiritually, and which is a beautiful thing. It really is. But at the same time, a part of me is like, oh, it's like, even though she's gone, I'm like sort of still like sort of don't know if I've got permission from either myself or from the idea of my mother that I would want to leave her. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Even though she's gone,
Yeah.
because that adds an extra dimension to it because she's passed away. But so I think a certain permission, and that might extend to my alive brothers and sisters and anybody else. And while all the literature I've read and all the people that I've come across have been I've gathered the information and realized that you don't leave them behind. In fact, if anything, you get closer to them because you are one with them. It's still something that's a barrier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that just about covers it.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Yeah, it feels like if I'm progressing, if I'm setting myself free, then these people left behind are going to be suffering still, and I'm not with them anymore.
Mm.
And this is a hidden loyalty. Like, yes, we are loyal to the family, loyal to the culture of the family, to their belief systems and behaviors and emotional tone. Yes, there is that loyalty. But when it comes to loyalty, it can also be mistaken, because the loyalty has to be here, to my experience, first of all. Because if you think, does your mother or father want you to suffer? Do they truly want you to be miserable because they are? Or do they want the best for you?
Absolutely. That's why, it seems odd that, I know for a fact that my mother would want that, even though she couldn't speak for the last 3, 4 months. It was just like you knew. So it's
Yeah.
just obviously it's not anything to do with anything else but me and
Right.
my ego's attitude of it, you know, my attachment to that.
Hmm.
It's nothing to do with them really.
Yes. It's nothing to do with them. And they are not going to give any permission. They're not going to say, okay, I set you free. You can enjoy your life. It's not their job. Then the good news is it's our own job. So if I need a permission, I can give it to myself, just in case I need it. And it's so simple. It's just saying whatever you need permission for out loud 3 times. And by doing that, you can see how your system responds. How your system, either your voice gets like really quiet and you can't even say these words, and you can see that. And with each repetition, you can see how your voice is getting stronger, and maybe, some new energy is coming in, or something is changing, even while you speak it. So let's just, for the sake of experiment, as your microphones are muted, you can just think of where do you need a permission, and just give it to yourself. Right now, because why wait? What's the point of waiting? It's not coming from out there. So here we go. We can all just say whatever permission you need. I'm giving myself permission to adjust the light because it keeps flickering now. Yay.
It did look like you were conducting a seance for a minute.
I gave myself permission to adjust the light. Please, Sven, just unmute your microphone, yeah?
I'm here. Good to meet you. I just discovered your videos recently, but I've been on the spiritual path for very, very long, let's put it that way. And I've already had the recognition that the only problem really is resistance to your feelings, basically. But I still have, I have this topic of not feeling good enough, of feeling ugly actually, and for that reason, for years I lived as a digital nomad, and I kind of really enjoyed it. And now I'm stuck in my hometown, actually in a free flat that my parents gave me, but I kind of hate it here. And I really want to leave, but I don't do it. And then my mind goes again like, you're getting too old for this. You have to stay here. This is safe, It's like a free flat. Don't have to pay anything. And that's what I want to say right now.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. So do you need permission to enjoy your life?
I need my own permission. There's something in me that always tells me you are not good enough.
Right. How about allowing yourself? How about allowing yourself to recognize what you truly are, and that which you truly are is not a subject of being good enough or not good enough. It's way beyond that. So let's ask this question. Who am I really?
I love this question. Usually it reminds me of this spaciousness.
to get a sense of that.
It's funny, I don't care anymore to show myself crying and shit, but like there's such a massive contraction here still, and I'm fighting it. And
Okay, let's not fight it for now. Just let it be. Where is it? Where is that contraction? Where is it?
this area here.
Here, yes, yes. Okay, can you tell that contraction? Just look at that energy and tell it, I see you. I acknowledge you are here. I am here. You're not me, you're not mine. I acknowledge you as this contracted energy. And you are allowed. You're allowed to be here. You're welcome to be here. Yeah, you're welcome. You have full permission to be here as you are.
It feels better.
Yeah.
I've done already a lot of these sessions also with other people, like feeling stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's just really, really charged up, I guess, somehow.
Right, but let's ask this energy one question. Say you, energy, contracted energy. What do you want the most?
Wants freedom.
It wants freedom. Okay. Say, I agree. I agree.
Free from and free to express myself and free to do what I want.
Yeah. Say, are you ready now for the freedom? Are you ready for the freedom?
Yes.
Yes? And right now?
Yes.
Right now?
I would say yes.
Okay.
But I don't care anymore. I have searched too long.
Yes. Well, tell that energy you are already free. Can do what you want. Can express the way you want. Can self-adjust, self-correct. Can come back to your natural state, natural form, natural place, natural function, whatever feels like home, natural, comfortable. You're already free. You have full permission to self-adjust. Whatever you want. Just feel it now. Feel it fully. Don't need to do anything. Just watch.
I'm watching it.
Yeah, watching it.
I do feel a bit more relaxed now, I'd say.
How is that energy feeling? Just check with it.
Yeah, well, I still feel a bit weird, I can say, but there's a bit more clarity, I could say.
Let's stay with it a little bit longer. It's no rush. We are here. Tell that energy.
I feel like I'm taking up much time with the
Oh,
meeting.
you're very welcome. This time is for you. Give yourself permission to have all the time you need. Here we go, another permission. Yeah, you can take all the time you need. There's no rush, nowhere to go, nothing else to do. We are here right now, right now. Can express and feel whatever is here as it is.
I know there's a voice more or less saying, this doesn't feel like myself. What
Okay.
you're doing here.
Okay, tell it I agree. I agree. Thank you for bringing this up. I agree. I agree.
I agree, not myself.
Yeah, I agree. And when ready, give yourself time, and when ready, just ask again, what am I really?
What am I really?
What are you noticing?
Yeah, I've did a lot of self-inquiry, but I try to be really in the now and be really spontaneous.
Okay, let's stop trying. Let's stop trying. It's okay. Don't have to try anymore. Done with trying.
It's
okay
like
to
I always
acknowledge.
contract back into the feeling and take myself to be that feeling, even though
Okay, yes, let's
I'm
look
not.
at that, because you see the feeling. You know of it. Yeah, you know
I know of
that
it, yes,
feeling
exactly.
is here. You're not the feeling. Are you a feeling?
No, I'm not a thought.
Yeah, you're not a thought, you're not a feeling, you're not a sensation, you're not this energy here. You are here. Now, when you ask this question again, who am I really? Do you notice a little bit of silence, a little bit of openness?
I do notice a bit of silence.
Yes, that's your answer. That's the answer. Yeah.
But I really think I need to take a step on the outside, because for the last 6 months I've only been doing this inquiry, and I feel like really have to change my circumstances a little bit.
Oh, you don't need to change anything.
But change will happen, I guess.
You don't need to change anything. It all changes by itself.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's all unfolding by itself. Everything's right. Yeah. And it's can acknowledge that there's just another way that mind keeps you away from recognizing that stillness.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, if I do this, then maybe, but no, it's here now. You already exist, right?
I didn't get that.
I say you already exist. You're already here, right?
I am.
Yes, you are.
But I always think I'm this or that. I'm not this, I'm not that.
Right, but now let's ask that question again and zoom in into that tiny opening, that silence or that openness, peace. And take that for the answer. This is your answer. Look at it. It's nothing new, nothing unusual. It's always been here. Don't need to look for it.
Yeah, I think I got a little deeper this time, more to my true essence. Endless stories, creating endless feelings.
Yeah. That's okay too. It can be. All can be as it is.
Yeah, okay, that's enough for me for now, I think.
Okay.
I would say
Okay. But
touch you.
yeah.
But
You're welcome.
if, yeah, I mean, somebody else. By the way, I like Lithuania really a lot. I spent a lot of time there in Kaunas and Vilnius and also the other Baltic states. But you live in Mauritius now, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
So would you say that it's more like a good way of looking at it is looking at the piece that is here despite whatever other disturbance is here?
Can you say again? Can you ask again?
Like, is a good route to go to notice, like when the previous caller was asking a question and there was a little bit of silence, a little bit of peace, and you said that's it already, that's the answer. So is that like a good thing to try and focus on, like on the
Yes.
peace rather than any contraction or pain or thoughts or noise?
Yes, exactly. Because this is the answer. This is what you are looking for. But in the moment, whatever is here, that is here. Maybe that something that is here needs to be looked at first. It depends. If you can ask this question, who am I really? And you can notice that openness, that spaciousness, peace, lightness, nothing. There are many words for that. If you can notice that and be with that, that's all it's required. But to get to that place, sometimes things come up. Like, I am angry, I'm annoyed, I am frustrated, I can't stay here. That will need to be met first before the clouds open and you can be in that stillness. So it depends. Depends on the moment.
So even if we notice a little bit of peace, but there's a lot of things that are screaming loudly, like pain or noise or thoughts or emotions, then it's best to not try and ignore them and just like cling to the peace, but rather look at what's screaming for attention.
Yes. Yeah. Because when you ask this question, you can ask this question now and just see what comes in. What comes in. What am I really? Who am I really?
There's like an image of spaciousness and of the space in which everything happens, but there's also a screaming of, I don't know. Like, I've asked this and I don't know.
Yeah. It's very interesting you said it's an image of space. It's not the openness, spaciousness, it's an image of space. Is that what you are? An image? What the invitation here is to notice that little gap between the thoughts come in, that little silence before any thoughts come in. So that question is kind of gets the mind to stop for a second or two, and you can see it.
Yeah, I guess I was searching for the answer in my mind, and like I know that I'm the space in which everything happens, but like I wasn't feeling it. So I was like going to give you the answer, but not what I was feeling the answer to be. Yeah.
Yeah, because the answer, it cannot be given in words. I mean, it's beyond mind. It's beyond mind. It's in your experience, you know it. You know that silence. It's always been here. It's not new. It's not unusual. It's, when you close your eyes and if you don't look at memories, you can't even say how old you are, what size you are, how the body looks, what color it is. There is just that presence. Undescribable presence is beyond words, and it's always been here. 5-year-old, 25-year-old, 75-year-old means nothing to that space. It's all about the body, about the image. But that silent space, that beingness, is something that doesn't change. It's something that doesn't come and go. It's always here. It's got no qualities, but it's known by being. Do you recognize what I'm talking about?
I think I do. It's like that silence kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess for me, it's just a few seconds here and there usually, and then immediately fear comes in or thoughts.
But they come in that silence. Everything that comes in that silence.
So it's just a matter of how much attention we put on the piece versus the activity.
It's a matter of recognition of that piece as what you are.
So like when you're talking, or not to make it personal, but like, are you like half aware of the piece and then half aware of the talking? Like, how does it work? Like, how do we function in life when things arise? Like we need to talk and move and cook. So we can't just sit with our eyes closed and sink into the silence. So like, how does it kind of...
Okay, good point, because that silence is not an absence of action, words, or emotions. Like a metaphor or analogy, let's say, if you go to the sea and you go one day and there are lots and lots of waves, does that mean that sea is not there? No, it means that sea is wavy. Next day you go and the sea is flat, there's not a single wave. Does that mean that sea is not there? It's the same sea, it's just quiet now. So when we think that it's quiet, is about no waves or absence of waves, but it doesn't matter what is happening. It can be very intense, emotional, mental, physical, but life is still here. That presence is still here. That silence is still here. Like the ocean or the sea is still here with and without waves. So it's not like seeing this peace is knowing. You know? Seeing is seeing something that comes and goes. It's here now, it's gone. It's here now, it's gone. The waves come and go. Knowing, what is knowing?
Feeling.
It's not a feeling. Feeling come and go. Knowing. Like, do you know now that you are here?
I think so.
It's very cute. You know that you are here. Even to say I think so, first you need to know that you are here. First you need to be here. Like, do you know that my hand is moving? You know that?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I see it.
Yes, seeing is knowing, yes. But how do you know that? You just know. You know of hand moving. You know of colors. You know of experience. That knowing is always here.
So how does that calm me, knowing that I'm the sea when the sea is crazy and choppy?
You know it will pass. You are still here. You are present. See, being or isness is not coming and going. It's not affected by what is happening. Being just is. And what is happening comes and goes. Stays for a little bit and goes. And that's not what you are. You're not that. You're not the emotions. You're not the mind. You're not stories. You're not physical. You are.
But we all know that we exist.
Mm-hmm.
And that things happen to us, but are not us, right? So what am I missing then? We always know that we're here. Just like you say, we know it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we all know that we're here and that life can be harder or easier. So what am I missing?
I don't know. Tell me. Is anything missing?
Peace.
Peace. Okay. Right. Peace is not from the waves. Peace is with. Peace is including everything. Peace is letting everything be as it is. Peace is to experience whatever is here without trying to push it away, including the trying to push it away. Peace is letting it all be as it is.
So how do I get to a place where I can let it be as it is?
Okay, let's start. Let's go back to permission. What's not allowed? What's not allowed to be as it is?
I mean, the first thought was everything, but let me think.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. What's not allowed to be as it is right now?
Tension in the body, tension, hypervigilance, like that it doesn't feel free. It doesn't feel yummy and relaxed. It feels afraid.
It's okay. You can be afraid. Is it allowed to be afraid?
No, absolutely not. This is not fun.
It's not meant to be fun. I mean, not all of it, not all life is meant to be fun. It's not here to give you pleasure, it's scared. Don't think that being scared is fun. But it is scared. So can it be scared?
Well, I tried to convince it not to. It doesn't really work.
Oh,
usually.
no. That exactly. You see that it doesn't work. So letting it be as it is just acknowledging this is how it is. And it's okay.
It sounds like you're basically saying like the wisdom of like, you know what, I've tried this a million times. I can't force myself to be at peace. Life is just life, and like might as well just relax and go along for the ride because there's nothing really else we can do. Is it that kind of thing?
Yes. It's a little bit different, but pretty much that. See, there are things that are happening. There are all situations, people come in, speak, and you are here, right? Stuff is happening externally. And then it seems like there is a relationship with what is happening. Meaning, I like it, I don't like it, it should be happening, it should be more of this, not enough of that. That relationship is what creates the me that is having the experience and having the relationship with experience. And that me feels separate, it feels that it doesn't belong here, that there is something wrong with it, that it needs to be fixed, and all kinds of trouble, and that's the suffering, that relationship with what is happening. But that thing is imagined. It's not even there. But that fight with what is created by the narrative. I don't like it. It shouldn't be happening. What's wrong with everything? That's a narrative. That's a program that has been running in the head effortlessly and without anyone doing it. But look at that. You are here as the silence, as the presence, as just being. Whatever is going on is not asking my permission to be happening. It's already here. There's nothing in between.
If I understood you, in other words, things are happening external to me, and then they seem to affect my body state, my emotions, my sensations. And the world will offer two types of fixing, either magnetize or miracle, or a course in this, a course in that, how to change the external reality, or fix yourself and change your internal reality and reactivity to the external. Those are the two paths that mainly, I try to follow. And we're saying like, none of those are changeable. Neither of those are changeable by me. So just like relax and let it all happen, because neither are actually changeable.
Yes, the outside is out of control. And that me that is being worked on is not even there. What is here? It's peace. So it's taking yourself out of that wheel, of that squirrel, running wheel that will never end because the outside is out of control. It's not in your control. And that me is not even there.
The
but
me,
you
you
are
mean
here.
the me, you mean the sensations and emotions that I call myself I experience?
That identification with whatever is having the relationship with whatever is happening. Yes, emotions are here, thoughts are here, physical sensations are here, energy is here, everything's here. The me to which life is happening is not. that is imagined. The narrative brings that in and creates that me. And then that me is suffering. It feels like it.
So it's like when I have an emotion, either anger or sadness or frustration or upset about something, people will then say, well, you should do X or Y or Z, either fix your external surroundings or why can't you just be at peace and relax? Like, what's wrong with you? In other words, it's always what's wrong with you, change X or Y.
Mm-hmm.
And you're seeing, so are you saying that neither the external things that happen nor the internal things that happen, meaning my emotions and thoughts, neither of them are me and neither of them are under my control? It's the same thing to have an anger as to have a refrigerator noise. In other words, all of it is not me. All of it is just happening and I have zero control.
Yes.
And once I don't call the anger me or my responsibility, then I'll have a sense of relief.
Let's see. Because
okay.
because that me is still here. It's trying to let go of something. It's seeing that there is nobody there and never was.
Okay, I'm not sure what that means. So how do I understand that?
Like, again, let's ask that question. Who am I really? Who am I really? What am I really?
I'm just getting a brain answer. The one who sees all of this, the one who sees this body, who hears this voice, who sees my hand moving.
Okay, so then who's that? What is that? What is that sees?
What is it that sees? Where should I look for the answer?
In the gap between thoughts.
I feel myself like slipping into like a kind of sleep or something, like a deep kind of weird state. But if I stay present, I still feel like I hear myself and feel myself talking. Like I still feel this body is me. I still feel, you know what I'm saying? Like I can go into some deep state where I'm not identified because I'm just not thinking about the body and the room and the noises. But when I'm here, it's hard to not think, oh, this is me.
Yeah. Because me is just a label. It's being put on sensations, on emotions, on the stories. It's just a label.
And on the body and the speaking.
Body. Yeah. And because the mind has been trained and taught to think that way, it's a habitual pattern. It's like a code. It's funny, but I would say it's very accurate. Like if I put glasses on, right? If I put glasses on, can you tell me, is the glass seeing anything? Is the glass itself seeing anything?
No, of course not.
No, it's just like a filter through which everything is being seen. A filter. Now if I pull these glasses away, whatever is here is still here exactly the same. It's just seen without a filter. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this me, the narrative, is describing everything that is being seen through the filter of me. And it seems like this me is seeing everything, hearing, experiencing, feeling, having. It becomes alive, but it's just a filter like this glass. You are here with and without that filter.
You mean I'd be here even if this body wasn't?
No, the body is not me. The mind is not me. The me is the filter. And you are here with and without that word, with and without that idea.
So you're not saying I'd be here even if the body wasn't here. You're saying I'd be here even if the thought, this is me, wasn't here.
I'm saying that you are here with and without thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
There's something here that doesn't change, that doesn't come and go. Thoughts come and go, emotions come and go, sensations come and go. There's something here that doesn't come and go.
Okay. And I guess the question is, so what do I do with that? What do I do now? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like what I do now. See, immediately this I arises and wants to fix something or do something or get some benefit. It's just what's happening. So literally it's what's happening.
mm-hmm.
It would
I was
be
gonna say
like
about it. Sorry, go.
it would be like the sea suddenly says, "Oh, I'm not the wave. I thought I was the wave. But what do you do now?" So continue with being you. Whatever is your nature is already here. You're already free. Nothing changes. But it's known. It's seen differently. It's known.
And then should I do a practice? Like when anxiety comes up or stuff comes up, should I do something with it or tell myself something?
Wow. Yes, it's I would say there are two things going on. One thing is to recognize what you are. To recognize that silence in your experience. And then another thing is what to do with these big waves that keep coming.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that I'm not doing that. This is the pattern. This is the conditioning playing out. That's the old program that is playing out. And what is needed is your awareness, your recognition, fully seeing these patterns as they are showing up, that they can self-adjust. Again, you're not doing it, but they self-adjust because of your awareness. When something unconscious becomes conscious, it cannot hurt the system consciously. Like it's all working for the benefit. Everything here is working for the benefit of the whole system. It can only hurt itself when it's unconscious. So the job is then becoming conscious, becoming aware of what is going on, noticing, being with what is showing up, without trying to fix it, because you know it's happening by itself. So it's full permission, do whatever you do. I'm here. And it unfolds. Whatever needs to come in, comes in. Whatever needs to go, goes. It's more like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know this was happening. Interesting.
That's beautiful. So would that be like, instead of trying to avoid it by scrolling on my phone and putting on music, instead of trying to avoid what's happening, to actually look at it, would that be a thing, to give it the attention, what's happening, rather than trying to push it away or avoid it subconsciously?
Yes, but and even, when you find yourself scrolling on the phone, you notice that, what's going on here? And it's okay. It's okay to scroll on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And when you notice that, maybe you will stop. Maybe you'll scroll a little bit more for 5 minutes, not 3 hours.
Mm-hmm. So there's a benefit to putting attention and awareness on things that arise.
Yes, absolutely. And it's so difficult to see what is the closest, what is right here in front of your nose. This is the most difficult to see. But it's just like, what is here right now? What is here right now? I'm here, yes. I'm here, present. And this is happening, whatever is happening. Oh, there is talking happening. There is hand moving. It's here right now. Whatever is here right now. Oh, there is sensation in the throat. Oh, that's here right now. Okay, let's just allow that to be here. Noticing it. Yeah, it can be. It's like this. And then if you can notice that sometimes there's something uncomfortable and attention goes into something, I don't know, distraction. We call it distraction, right? But then you notice that as well. And you know that whatever is here is not you. You see it. You know it.
It's not me, it's not my fault, and I have no control over it, so might as well just watch the show.
Yes. Let the show be. Don't try to fix it.
Be, and not go into fixing or shame or blame or causation or desperation of trying to solve the outside or the inside. Just
Yeah. Correct. Because otherwise you're in between. You're like that you identify yourself with a filter, with a story, with a me. That is, life is happening too. But life is just happening in this presence. The waves are happening in the sea. It's the sea that waves. It's life that is expressing us this situation. There's nobody in between. No middleman.
And the reason to put attention and awareness on waves is because that'll bring a calming to the suffering.
Yes, it's kind of, let's say something is tight and uncomfortable, some tight energy, right? all it needs is your attention to start opening, maybe moving different places, maybe expanding, maybe contracting more, but it starts doing something because of your attention.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's needed, your attention.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome. Thank you for all your questions. I'm sure it's very helpful for many people.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, hi again.
Okay, please.
Oh yeah. I had a little so I don't know if I told you this in the only session that we've had, but there was in the way that time and space are aspects of the dual existence, that it's time is very emphasized in popular literature around self-help, as in you can't jump forward, you can't jump backwards. There's only here and there is only now, and anything else is a thought. So I listened to a guy on YouTube, and he did the parallel thing with space. So he said, you can see that over there, and you can go there, and you will still be here. Just in the same way, but you can't jump over there, just as the way we can't jump into the future and you can't jump into the past because there isn't one. So you're always here, and no matter where you are. So that to me personally gave me another, like, sort of, I'm not going to say piece of the puzzle, because that's a very, like, sort of, it's not a puzzle to be solved, because it's more like unsolved, isn't it? However, it's like it just gave me a deepening of the reality that I am actually in, and just took a little bit more grime off the window of conditioning. So that really helped me deepen my realization of what is actually real, if that makes sense. So that was quite profound. And I just wondered, because I didn't want to be, apparently men have, like, sort of things around space, and take to space more as a filter, as a way of processing the world. I don't know whether it's true or not, but that really helped me. So that was great. And then so I just use it in my everyday practice now. It's as though the world moves, your body moves, your thoughts move, your emotions move, or whatever. And I just realize that I'm here. So if I walk over there to the park, then it's not actually me walking to the park, it's the world moving, if you like. The world moving, or the illusion moving, while I'm staying still. But I know that that's not strictly true, because it's like, sort of,
well, it depends what you
does
call
that make
I.
sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It depends what you call I. If you call I and you point to your body, it's not it.
Yeah.
It's that stillness, that openness,
Yeah.
the vastness, the presence, here now, being, existence, God. Words, but they point to something, not the body, not the mind. that doesn't move.
And so I find it easy to assign to things. As far as like sort of the body's concerned, it's a little bit tougher and a little bit tougher with the emotions and the thoughts, that whole thing. But for me to realize that, you know, what is here, but is also not at the same time. But what is here, but it exists in a different way to what I thought it had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like to work with two definitions of what is real. One is what is real is the actuality of this moment. Whatever is here right now, the sensations, the sounds, now. This is reality of the moment. This is real. I mean, I can touch this. I don't need to imagine it. So on this level, reality is that which is not imagined and it's here right now. This is reality of the moment. It's not imagined. This room is here the way it is. It's not a beach. It's not a mountain. It's this room. I can't argue with that. I can imagine something else. But what is in this moment, right? And the deeper definition of what is real is that which does not change. So you can work with two levels. The relative, the present moment of this, and the absolute, that which does not change.
Yeah. And really, that which changes is the absolute anyway as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all that.
Yeah.
But then when you look at that, the past is an image in the mind. The future is an image in the mind. It has energetic element. You can have a feeling about the past. You can have a feeling about the future. But it's now. I mean, where's the past if you don't think about it? Is it like some kind of container somewhere with all the past memories? It comes in. And it's now.
I suppose that's why the witness phase, if you want to call it a phase, is like sort of so valuable, because you're watching things come up and it's as though you're allowing your conditioning to and the things that made you act reactively in the present just go away and just like sort of flush down as you witness them. So until you get to a point, I presume, in which you realize that you're actually awake and all the conditioning's gone down the drain, and that's it. There's just this. Is that right?
The happy ever ending. Happy ever after. You know what's funny? Let's say, have you ever played a computer game where you're like some kind of hero and then you go and beat monsters or whatever? Yeah, you played the computer game. The first level is very easy. Like you go, it's actually difficult because you only have very basic equipment and you have to beat the zombies, let's say, and they are pretty easy to beat, but you are just starting. Right, the next level, you get level up, you get more experience, you get a new equipment. Your zombies are getting stronger too. And then you pass that level, and then you go on another level and another level. With each level, the zombies are becoming stronger. Your equipment, your defense is getting better. Right? Now, playing this kind of game is the goal not to have any monsters coming up at you. Now you got all the equipment.
Definitely.
No, it's not. So there are challenges, and the challenges are bigger. But there is also confidence, there is also experience, and you know how to beat them.
Yeah, and this is where the ego comes in, isn't it? And like sort of lack of, because there's a lot of talk about ego and annihilation and things like that, whereas you really like sort of in this, at least in this realm, if you like, or in the computer game realm or whatever you want to call it, is yeah, it's good to have that ego, but you can just observe it rather than identify with it.
Yeah. And you don't need to expect that suddenly the big boss at the end of the level is not going to show up because you're so good now. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Come.
I actually played a computer game the other week in which you started a game and it was like an old 8-bit game, you know, like sort of Doom or something like that. And then you were playing it for a certain amount of time for 10 minutes and then you hear a voice and it pulls out and it's your sister talking to you and saying, get off that game. Do you know what I mean? And then you go and play another game. So I was thinking, okay, let's go back. This is me. I'm playing a game. But I'm also going, if you go back another level, I'm playing a game. It's like it's virtual reality, another step. So, you know, it could go on and on, but it's just like yeah. So as far as realizing it's concerned, you know, I think the practice that you showed me a few days ago is great, as in like sort of things come up and just to say, you know, what's blocking this, what's blocking that. And again, triggers with certain relationships and things like that. And those triggers are so, so valuable.
Yeah.
They bring self-awareness. And that's like, okay, fair enough. I'm a pretty short guy. So it's just like, I'm seeing somebody who's over 6 foot at the moment. So there's a trigger there. And I'm like, but okay, be with it. We're on a level mind-wise. So why not, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting when you can recognize that everything what you need is here. That's it. You don't need to go look for it. It's not in the books. It's not in somebody else's descriptions of how life is for them. It's in your experience. Whatever you need to see comes in. Whatever needs to leave leaves. Whatever needs to be examined closer or dive deeper. It's here. It's all given. So it's more like, I'm here.
I had a real hang up about like sort of the intellectualization of all this. And somebody said, allow the intellectualization of all this.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, right, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. But just as long as you don't identify with it, yeah.
Yeah, when you know what you are, you know your beingness, you know that stillness, the presence that is always here. Everything else can come and go. It will still keep comes and goes. There are storms, there is sunshine, the weather changes. It's natural, that's nature. But it's all welcome. It's all okay. Even like really tough situations and very deep emotional pain is okay. It's all safe.
I realized that, you know, there's a great big mom-shaped hole there, but, you know, in the emptiness, like I said, that's where the real life is. You know, anybody who, you know, I think anybody, if you like something about anybody, it's not necessarily the personality. These are great things that might resonate with your normal self, as in what you would call normal, as in, you know, everyday, ongoing, dual normal. But the essence of them is what you're really attracted to. So that never goes. So yeah. So interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
And now our meeting is coming to the end. And we can do this again next month. I don't remember which date, but it's a third Thursday of the month. And in between, you can play with that permission thing. Just whatever you needed. And it will be very interesting to see what shifts because of that. My cats are fighting again. It's so cute. Yeah, and if you never met me for a session before, I offer 30 minutes free consultation. We can look at where you are, and if you feel stuck a little bit, you can just get unstuck. Feel free to use that. And thank you everyone for coming. It's great to be with you. And I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye for now.